Hello students, I am Pratibha Deya from the English Lux and today we will study a poem for student of class 10, first flight book, poem number 2, Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. Outline of our video is recitation, glossary and explanation, literary device. Let's start. Our poem's title is Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. He was honored frequently during his lifetime and is the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Fire and Ice is one of the Robert Frost's most popular poems. It was published in December 1920 in Harper's Magazine and his winning book New Hampshire. Now we will recite this poem. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Fire and Ice is an extremely compact little lyric. Not a syllable is wasted. The poem is the age-old question. The question is whether the world will end in fire or in ice. The poet decides that any of the two options would achieve its purpose sufficiently well. The poet shares the common belief that everything that exists will have its end too. People are divided on this issue. Some think that the natural element of fire will cause destruction of this world. Other believes that ice will be the cause of the end. The poet has experienced both these emotions. It doesn't matter how the world will end. Even hate born out of cold and icy reason is sufficient to cause destruction and the end of the world. Students, see, all the red highlighted words are glossary. Now I am going to tell you the meaning of these words according to this poem. First one is some. Some here is for some people. Fire stands for desire. Ice, heated. From what I have tasted, meaning from my experiences. Hold with those, support with those persons. Perish, destroy, hate, dislike, destruction, ruin, suffice, enough. Students, pay your attention please. Now I am going to explain this poem. Fire and Ice is an extremely compact little lyric. The poet feels that this world of ours will come to an end. He is not very clear when the end will come. He comes to this conclusion on the basis of what people say on the subject. Let us read this poem. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. People are divided on this issue. Some believes that this world will end in fire. Fire or passion and desire will lead to the end of this world. Some say ice. Some people think that this world will end in ice. Hatred and coldness will lead this world to destruction. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. The poet sides with those who believe that the world will be destroyed by fire. Because fire is a symbol of desire, the poet has already experienced desire. On the basis of his desire, he knows that excessive desire will destroy the world That is why he hold with those who favor fire. Our next line is, but if it has to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate. It here refers to the world. Students, pay your attention please. The poet says that people hold different opinions about the end of this world. Some say fire, which stands for desire, will destroy the world. Secondly, ice, which stands for hatred, can also destroy the world. Our next line is, to say that for destruction ice is also great. I stands for hatred. Hatred may be religious, communal, or of any other type. According to the poet, there is enough hatred in the world which will destroy the external physical world one day. So now we have discussed the poem. We will see the literary device used in this poem. First of all, the rhyme scheme. As you can see, there are 9 lines in this poem. We will divide the rhyme scheme in the set of 3. The rhyme scheme is A B A, A B C, B C B. Let us see the words which are rhyming. Fire, desire and fire. Red highlighted words. We can write them as A. Next is ice, twice, ice and suffice. Yellow highlighted words. We can write them as B. And next is hate, great. We can write them as C. These are blue highlighted words. So our rhyming scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B. Now we will do literary device in the poem Fire and Ice. Our first device is personification. Personification is to give human quality to inanimate object. In this poem Fire and Ice, see first line, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. Fire and ice are personified by giving them mind and power to destroy anything. And next is assonance. Assonance is the prominence of a vowel sound throughout a line is called assonance. And where is assonance in this poem? Line 1. Some say the world will end in fire. I word is prominent here in this line. And next is line 4. I hold with those who favor fire. I word is prominent here and O word is prominent here. And next is in line 6. I think I know enough of hate, and in this sixth line I sound is prominent here and O sound is prominent. Next tool is consonants. When consonant sound is repeat in any sentence but it is not at the start of the sentence, for example line 4, I hold with those who favor fire. TH word is repeating here and F sound is repeating here. Our next tool is anaphora. The repetition of the word at the start with two or more connective of the lines. For example, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. In these two lines, some say word is repeating in these two lines. Next is enjambment. When same sentences continue in line without any punctuation sign, for example, line 6, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So in this line, enjambment is here, and next is alliteration. Repetitive use of a consonant sound at the start of two or more words. For example, line 1 and 2, some say the world will end in fire and some say in ice. So S word is repeating, and that is alliteration. I hope you understood all the literary devices very well. So my dear students, this we come to end of this poem, that is conclusion. Fire and Ice is a strong symbolic poem where fire is used as the emotion of desire. whereas ice with that of heat. Frost talks about the two diverse views regarding end of this world. He suggests that human desire in its nature is much like fire. On the other hand, ice. He suggests that cold reasoning and hatred is sufficient for destroying the world. He compares the nature of ice with cold hatred capable of making man insensitive and vicious. In this poem, the poet personifies fire and ice by giving them mind and power to destroy anything. He gives a message as well as a warning to human beings. Man is swaying between two extremes, fire and ice. Frost agrees that it doesn't matter whether it is fire or ice, both can cause the end of this world. And this we come to end of this video. I hope you understood the glossary, meaning of the poem and literary devices used here very well. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it will be useful to you. Make sure if you have any suggestion and comments, feel free to write in the comment section, and for more videos, like and subscribe my channel The English Lux, your key to English, and don't forget to hit the bell icon.